Could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Score a 2 for $5 deal on a sausage McMuffin with egg and more. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. 135 and 235 starting to slow, exiting to K96. And if you're on 235, watch for a southbound stall at Zoo Boulevard on the right shoulder. Kellogg remains up to speed and usual slowing northbound on K15 approaching 31st Street with ongoing construction. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather. Mostly cloudy skies this morning will turn mostly sunny this afternoon. A warmer day with a high of 64. Southeast winds go northeast 5 to 15. Becoming mostly cloudy tonight, upper 30s for the low. Mostly cloudy, mild Friday, high 62. Do expect some late day showers on Friday, turning into a more soaking rain on Valentine's Day with a high of 55. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
The Wildcats.
3 wide open again, and it's perfect again.
Hit the court.
To the rim, layup good.
Right here.
Yeah. How about these Cats?
Be here every game as the Wildcats pounce the hardwood all season long. On your home for Kansas State Wildcat basketball.
K-State on the road visiting third-ranked Houston, a team that has not lost a home game this season. Live coverage of K-State basketball at 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, right here on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Worry less about your dog eating the couch while you're at work, thanks to a stay-at-home pet's best friend. Us. Tell your smart speaker to play
97.5 and 1240 KFH. It's time to get back to the sports talk.
All right, let's do this thing. Go!
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to have you here. You want to win some HTO? You can do that right now with us. Just text the keyword T to the short code 20357. That'll get you a free cup of iced tea, and you can use it at either East Wichita, West Wichita, or Derby. More than 25 flavors to choose from. While you're in there, you might check out the new Energy Refreshers. There are 2 new flavors, sweet and spicy, hot honey and very berry refreshers. All the rage with the energy that you need. Check it out. Message and data rates apply on the contest. Again, it's T to the short code 20357. We come back in here.
I got it. Hold on. Can I hijack the show?
Yeah.
You want to talk about Bill Self last night? Did you see this?
No.
Hawk Talk last night. Hawk Talk with Brian Haney gave an update on the Darryn Peterson situation. This is verbatim. This is the Mike Vernon verbatim. This is what he said at Hawk Talk, though. I'm just taking it from Mike Vernon's Twitter. Full disclosure. Bill Self at Hawk Talk on Darryn Peterson. Well, Darryn was sick against Utah and wasn't very effective by his standards at all, but he didn't feel well. I mean, he's got all the doctors and everybody working with him beginning the game before the game on Saturday, and practice Sunday, it got worse. But adrenaline is going to kick in, and he's going to be able to play. He said he could and everything, but I was told there's an even chance that he wasn't going to probably feel up to doing it. So he did shoot around on Monday, but could tell he didn't feel well, but he tried. then came out there to do the warm-up, the stretching, the soft stuff that you do before you actually start warming up, and I thought that he was out there. Then I went back to the locker room right before we addressed the team. 5 minutes before we addressed the team, I said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Oh, coach." And the doctor said, "No, I can't let him go." So that's where that was.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if that's all verbatim to the truth, but it tracks what we thought was possible, even when you see text.
The only thing
matters.
The only thing that I have, a problem with, and not even a problem, just the one thing that sticks out to me is that there's an injury report for a reason, and whether the coaches use it or not, it's a mandated injury report by the Big 12 conference.
Does sickness have to be reported?
I mean, if they're not going to play,
I'm asking
then yeah,
that legitimately.
Yeah,
it's a legitimate question.
If there is an even chance that he doesn't play, by definition, that means questionable.
I know that in the pros, illness gets listed. I legitimately don't know in college.
I mean,
first year
the thing is that there's no rule, but precedent. K-State played at TCU and they had the flu, and they had two guys that played with the flu. They were both listed as questionable game time decisions or something like that, basically. And so it's
when does
didn't put anything
when does
down.
The final list come out?
10 minutes before the game, and he was never on it until he was on it. I mean, I don't think he was ever on it because I think that it came out right before the news.
Feel better if it comes out 10 minutes before the game. I don't know.
But there's updates the day before, that morning, midday, it updates it. And he was asked about it by Jordan Gusky, and Bill Self said, "Well, I didn't put him on there because I thought he was going to play. I thought the adrenaline was going to kick in and he was going to play." And then he joked with them and said, "You sound like you're betting on the games." And at the end of the day, the coaches don't use it, so I guess it doesn't matter. It's kind of there for betting purposes, which is kind of slimy, and I don't like that part of it. But I wish it was used more like the NFL uses it.
I mean, it's an integrity thing, which is important.
That's my thing is that you can say, and the coaches don't give a damn about this for some reason, which I don't really understand why they don't. But but also in the same breath, if Darryn Peterson's on there, you're gonna know about it. They're gonna give a damn about that. But it's a mandated thing by the Big 12. Why didn't you put him on there? That's the confusing part of all this stuff.
That's for them to sort out. If he went on 10 minutes before the game, or we learned 3 minutes before the game, I don't really care. Personally,
I'm not saying that.
The line wasn't altered.
I'm saying the
just
fact
because there was
if he was sick on Saturday and Sunday, why did nobody know about it?
It's a good question.
And I'm not putting a 10 cap on here. I'm just saying it feels like it's mishandled.
Like this. Rick says it's just another excuse. Self is covering because.
And that's the part that I have such a problem with is the fact that I don't think that it's a conspiracy.
Right,
but again, we're sitting here and it's it leaves a door open for one.
Well, what I'm saying is you probably don't say he's sick against Utah because it sounds like an excuse as to why he didn't play great. So and if you're Self and if you're Peterson dealing with these cramps that nobody can figure out, now if you come out and say, "Oh, he's questionable because he's sick," nobody's going to believe you anyway. So that's my point, I guess. They're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't.
At the end of the day, if Darryn Peterson doesn't play in a game, people are just going to come after him anyways at this point.
KU fans that do not like Darryn Peterson, okay, that's not going to change. Period. Full stop. There's a section that do not, but understand he's necessary for their goals, and so that's how they approach it, right? I don't like him, but we'll take it. And then there's a section of KU fans who are like, "Man, this has been a bummer, but he's out of this world, and I can't wait for him to play as much as he can." I mean, to me, that's from what I've heard from KU fans. That's what you've got. You've got Rick. Rick does not and will not like Darryn Peterson. There are a lot of KU fans out there like that. Won't happen no matter what happens the rest of the way. There's a group that's annoyed by this, and there's the necessary evil component. And then there's the group that's like, you guys all need to be quiet. This team's really good, and he makes us better, so glad he's here. And I probably fall more in that camp as far as an observer. As frustrating as it is what it is. Right? They're a good team that has a chance to win a national championship if he goes.
I think that I don't know. I feel like there may have been a narrative shift if they would have lost against Arizona. But I think the fact that they won that game lets people live in that space, and I think it helps push people towards that space more of saying that, like, this team's really good, and anything that Darryn Peterson does is gravy. Like, if he didn't play and then they lost that game or whatever, he came out early against West Virginia and they lost to West Virginia like it was a month ago, like, that's when all the people came out about, like, just tell him to go home. Like, it's fine. Like, we don't even care anymore. Like, we don't even want him here. Like, now they've evolved past that, and now they're at the point now where it's like, okay, well, they're good enough without him. Like, we'll just take what we can get because we're good enough to win a Big 12 title without Darryn Peterson. If you can beat Arizona, you absolutely are good enough to win a Big 12 title without Darryn Peterson. And now it's just like, yeah, we'll just take an extra 15 points, 20 points a night, whatever he can give us is gravy. Right?
It is gravy. It's gravy, okay? But again, if that's the worst case scenario, that's fine. Yes. What I want to know is there still a scenario where he just all of a sudden is
and
fine?
That's what I've been saying the entire, like, and it's not okay. Especially, it's not okay if this was the expectation, if the conspiracy thing is right, and he's not going to play more than XYZ, or if the expectation on February 14th, on February 12th is that, this is just what it's going to happen. He's just not going to play in all of the games. It's just like, guys, like, the games matter. Like, we can't just act like they don't matter, and it's fine if he wants to play or not.
My expectation is that he'll play 25 to 35 minutes in every game he doesn't cramp. I mean, that's my expectation. So I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation. The challenge with the expectation is you don't know when he'll cramp.
My biggest part, and I'm with you, and we've said, like, we don't want him to play hurt, obviously. Like, one, because KU won't be as good if he's playing hurt, and two, it wouldn't be good for him. So, but, like, the one thing that I think that you can control is that what fans think about the situation, basically. And, fans can't be content with just saying that, well, he's just going to play 20 minutes and that's just what's going to happen. Like, fans should be upset when that happens. Not mad at him, but, like, they should be upset. They shouldn't be like, well, it's Darryn Peterson. That's what's going to happen. Like, fans should say that sucks every single time that it happens.
Yeah, it sucks that he didn't play, but it's not like a personal attack.
Correct. You don't need to be mad.
It sucks. I want to see him play every game.
Yes. Like, fans shouldn't just go to bed at night and just think like, man, I hope we get 20 minutes from Darryn Peterson tomorrow. Like, whenever he comes out of the game, you should throw your hands up and say, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, I just am not going to take it as like a personal attack.
Correct.
Viking on YouTube says, wait for this. KU beats Arizona without Darryn Peterson. He comes back this weekend and they lose to Iowa State on the road. Can't wait to hear that conversation.
But that's the conversation we had a month ago, remember?
It is, and it's possible because Iowa State just got disappointed. They just had a real disappointing loss.
Yeah,
they're going to be pissed.
Who was that back? It was like in the non-con, wasn't it, where he didn't play, and it was like, oh, yeah, they won all the players era stuff, and then they came back, and then it's just like, whoa, maybe they were better without Darryn Peterson.
Again,
and then he scored 100 points in 20 minutes.
The cheat code for KU will be being able to do both, and what we saw against Arizona means they're getting closer. That's why, and Bill Self said it. That's why he was so emotional and excited after the game, because he knows, like, we just did that and we still are not our best. And I don't think that just means because Darryn Peterson didn't play. I think it means, like, the entire team is getting better.
Yeah.
The entire team is.
I agree.
And they have this other player who's also really good, happens to do the thing that they need really badly, which is give them an outside shooter. But, like, the ceiling is just, it's still getting higher. And the more that this team can play well with and without Peterson, the better it's going to be in the tournament. Because what happens to me is you can have a game like Texas Tech is the perfect example of what KU's capable of, which is Darryn Peterson's not playing well, or he's not playing, right? Like either one of those scenarios, and you're right in there with a top team. Because your defense is so good, because Melvin Council has become a great scorer in the sense that he can go get him even when the team's cold because he can get himself to the line, all that stuff. He attacks the basket, right? You have all that. And then, oh, by the way, at the end of the game, hey, Peterson, why don't you go get us 2 quick buckets? Boom. Like, that game is a good example of the best of both worlds. Peterson was a non-factor in that game until he hit those 2 threes. So they both were in a position without him, and then with him right at the end, he put them where they needed to be. Like, that's what it is for KU. Like, they're all getting better. All of them are getting better. They're becoming better players. They're becoming a better team. And now you can add in the most talented player in the country. Great. Because you're good even without him. Just put him in the mix. Like, that's why I think Bill Self is so visibly excited about the possibilities for this team. Because it really is all out there. And yeah, they absolutely could go to Iowa State and lose. They've been on a heater. It's the Big 12. It's going to be Ames. They're going to be nuts.
Are they favored in that game?
I cannot imagine that they'll be favored in that game. No way. And if they are, I might bet Iowa State. That's a tough spot for KU.
Are there only 2 losses are KU and TCU, aren't they? Is that right?
In conference?
In total. They were undefeated when they lost to KU.
I think they've lost one more since then. Let me double check. I think they have 3.
Because they're number 5.
Checking. I thought they had a 3rd loss after they lost to Kansas. We need hold music. That's what we need. Oh, and then it takes me to women's basketball. Now checking again. Iowa State has 3 losses.
Who else was it?
They've lost a Big 12 game.
Who's the other one?
Man, you're killing me.
Just click Iowa State ESPN.com schedule.
I've already gone to a different place, though. They lost 2 in a row. Yeah, they lost at Cincinnati right after they lost to Kansas. They're 8-3. It's a big game. Kansas.
See that K-State fans don't feel so bad. Don't feel so bad. Cincinnati beats everybody.
Yeah, except in Manhattan.
No.
It's a monstrous game. Iowa State's still really good. Ken Pom has been big on Iowa State all year. Let's see if that changed. Yeah, they still have them 7. They still have them ahead of Kansas and Ken Pom. They're 7. Kansas is 12. They're very good, and they're going to be very good at home. And they've gotten much better defensively, and they're still a top offense. So it's going to be hard. And what a great opportunity for Darryn Peterson to hopefully feel good and go have a big game. And hopefully not cramp up because he'd gone 2 games without the cramps.
Speaking of Ken Pom, topic change. Speaking of Ken Pom, been waiting on this one. Kansas State Wildcats are now 105 in the Ken Pom. Wichita State is 91. Wichita State has jumped K-State and the Ken Pom.
I'm still so mad about the Shocker loss last night. I'm so mad about the Shocker loss last night because they didn't play well. If they'd have played well and lost, I wouldn't be mad.
It just feels like last night in the arena, because it was a pretty decent crowd. Like, it wasn't the crowd they wanted, but like that, there was some runs where it got loud because there's a lot of GA tickets, a lot of students in there.
Well, it gets loud when it's half full.
Exactly. Like it was loud, and it was like you could tell like they were trying to manufacture something. Like the fans were, because Shocker fans are smart, as the coaches have always said. Like they understand when runs need to happen and things like that. Like they're sitting there and it's like, okay, here let's get loud on defense. We need to stop. And then it's like, okay, please score and we'll blow the roof off this place.
You win
and then they did. And then it was like, all right, let's try that again. Like, we're going to give you something. If you can just make a 3, we will go berserk for you.
2 for 17 down the stretch. Ooh. It was such a bummer loss. And again, if it was like a great playing loss, fine. But it wasn't. They didn't play good. We got a YouTuber, and I'm not going to – it's just a bunch of random letters, but we appreciate it either way. Missed free throws, unforced turnovers, poor shot selection. Someone tell Berg to go straight up on a rebound for a putback, never bring the ball
back. It is literally the whole arena. You can just hear the whole arena. It's just like he gets the rebound, and it's like, and then you just see the dribble.
Love-hate thing ever.
You see the dribble, and it's just
Berg was a monster last night. He was a monster.
I still think that like the catalyst of the team will be how how well Wilberg plays is going to be the end. I think.
I will tell you this, because I didn't know what to think about Berg before the year. He didn't really play. He's a junior. You get him back. Be careful, Shocker fans. Be nice. You get him back with a full off season and the ability to just say, we're going to work on your offense. Think about how much better offensively Kenny Poto got as an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do that with the raw physical talent and skill set he already has, and you could absolutely be looking at a dude that averages 15 and 10 next year. No, I mean because we can all see it, right? And he can too. He just hasn't had a chance to play a lot of college basketball until this year. Like if he can figure that offensive rebound turned right back into a putback opportunity thing out, he's a huge asset.
At the end of the day, with Wilberg, and this is why Paul Mills loves him so much, and it hadn't always been that way. Like, he played pretty timid in the non-conference.
Right.
Like, he does not play timid he will break his arm for you at this point. Like, it is insane how hard that dude plays. He gets, at what seems like he had 30 offensive rebounds. Like, he is on the floor 30 times a game. Like, you can't teach that. Like, that is something that you can build upon. And that's why I think that, like, the way the roster is built that we've talked about so much is that they shoot a bunch of threes and they've got a guy that can clean up misses. Like, it works when it works.
But man, it looks bad when they miss a bunch like they did last night.
Correct.
Oh, Tim Fitzgerald's in next.
You gotta make some of those threes.
You gotta make some. Tim Fitzgerald's in next. Let's talk about the latest Jerome Tang post game when we return.
This is Sports Radio KFH.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
As a man, finding a great pair of pants feels harder than it should. Some look sharp but feel stiff. Others are comfortable but wrinkle, stain, or lose their shape by noon. And if you're working, traveling, or constantly on the move, most pants just cannot keep up. That's where Jack Archer comes in.
JackArcher.com delivers one pair of pants designed for real life. Whether it's golf with the guys or date night with someone special, these pants will keep you comfortable and looking polished wherever the day takes you.
That's right, Mark. The Jack Archer Jet Setter Tech Pant is wrinkle-free, stain-resistant, and built to hold its shape all day. With customizable fit options and multiple colors, these are the one pair of pants you'll want to wear every day.
Jack Archer, ready when you are. For a limited time, get 15% off your first order with code GETJACK at jackarcher.com. Again, that's promo code GETJACK at jackarcher.com for 15% off your first order.
This is attorney Omid Azari from Azari Law. If you've been injured in an accident and feel like no one is fighting for you, it's time to fight back. Call Azari Law at 888-828-HURT. Just with one call, you can put a proven legal team on your side. Azari Law has been serving the DMV for over 15 years, proudly fighting for our local community. I was born and raised right here in the DMV, and my team is made up of experienced, reputable local attorneys dedicated to fighting for injury victims just like you. Follow us on all social platforms at azari.law. That's AZARI.LAW. Don't wait, don't settle. Fight back with Azari Law. With offices in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia, my team and I are ready to stand up for you. Call 888-828-HURT. That's 888-828-HURT. And let us fight back for you.
We're a few weeks into the new year, and I want to check in. How are those lifestyle resets going? Maybe you're tightening up your exercise routine, finally learning that new skill, or attempting to eat a bit healthier. We all know that starting the year strong is a lot easier and much more delicious when you have the right fuel. That's where Omaha Steaks come in. Stay satisfied, keep your energy up, and fuel your daily routine with premium portion proteins delivered right to your door. Omaha Steaks have been America's original butcher since 1917. We're talking about 5 generations of uncompromising quality, backed by an unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Their variety is unmatched. From handcrafted USDA-certified tender steaks to gourmet burgers, seafood, and versatile chicken, every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com and get an extra $35 off with promo code T-Bone at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com. Promo code T-Bone. Terms apply. See site for details.